Yo, what is good, my anime people? What is good, yo? So, with Radiant being one of my good shows that I truly wanted a lot of people to know about and get the word out about, I can't help but try to get some content out for it as soon as possible. And it's not even because people aren't watching it, but because I feel like it should be watched regardless of if they talk about it or if it's just, something you watch and people start getting merchandise of it and start asking questions like who are these characters, whatever the case. Radiant has such a elegant way of telling a story when it comes down to Seth being such I know what a lot of people already think of his character, and I compared him to one of my favorite go lucky characters that I've ever got to know, and that was Gon from Hunter x Hunter. Someone who can make friends with something that is supposed to be the most deadliest monsters you've ever seen. It goes to show you that regardless of that depth that depth of knowledge that they have, they would still try to befriend some of those monsters. And if they see that they're innocent and people just found out, in the worst way possible how they were, then it only makes sense that once you find out, oh, you're not that bad. You're really big and people are intimidated by you, so you're treated bad. They can see that in animals and people and stuff like that. And I love that aspect of the storytelling. But to be fair, everything that's kind of come with all of him doing that has given him a way to, you know, the worst side of people and seeing that regardless of what he does, and tries to do in the eye of everybody, he can't make them see him as anything but just a kid who's cursed. So, of course, Seth, being who he is, doesn't care and still tries to help anybody that's in need. And the whole idea of this week's episode is him getting to see another whole side of humanity and infected and just people in general doing things that he never expected to see, which is working together, like actually coming together and not being judgmental and stuff like that. So I love that aspect of just giving him more and more perspective of what can be done and what should be done, over time. So hopefully we all can start seeing the changes that Seth starts to see, because regardless of the fact, we know how people are going to see him if they know how powerful or how intimidating he becomes in that transformation form. That I know exactly why Seth has been holding back, or that's kind of like his reasoning this week on why he didn't just blow away all these people that chased him. Right? He literally could have just tapped into some power and absolutely pushed them all away and been done with it. But instead, he goes and, takes the hard route and runs, flees, and even gets captured at one point. And I don't know. That's just his character, and he reminds me of a lot of just happy-go-lucky people that in those situations, regardless the moments, they're going to, try to find a way to stick to their ideals, and his was not to hurt anybody, like to get out of that situation without damaging or making sure no one got hurt because of him. Besides the bird that he straight up jumped up and Sharukin in the face with the Titan punch. That was ridiculous. I did not expect him to just bop the bird in the eyeball. That was hilarious to me, actually. But regardless of all that, I've been looking forward to seeing what they do with Dragonoff's character, and so far, it doesn't look like he's going to play a role that is surprising to the people he's around. Because even as of right now, the person who used to work under him has already kind of seen through this disguise, right? Like she already can kind of tell he's gonna be trying to do something else, or that he's, being mischievous and not following through with what he's actually saying with his words, but maybe holding something back, Somehow she already knows this, and she's not gonna probably say anything to anyone. And if she does, they'll probably be testing him even further. But I don't know. I feel like he plays a pivotal role of giving us the side of the government or the side of the people who think they're helping when usually they're doing more damage than good. So, regardless of how this all plays out, I'm interested in seeing how people react to, season 2 of Radiant because Seth now has seen, a place where only sorcerers could be because they, sheltered themselves away from all of the discrimination and stuff like that. So now they don't even got to worry about it. And then you have the other side of things where they're coexisting together, but instead of being judged by if you're infected or not, you're judged more just for like the knowledge you have or not the knowledge you don't have and stuff like that. So it's a relatively interesting take. I do look forward to seeing like how Seth starts to see this place and overall want to let it grow on him and stuff because if anything, he's in a position to show people he what he's seen, right? Or at least tell people what he's seen and what he's experienced, and that might give them an understanding of what's truly out there if they ever wanted to venture out. Um, but at the same time, he's such a like a bubbly kid that he might just kind of laugh it off, right? He might just kind of show him, just be like, all that stuff happened, but I'm still me, and it didn't change who I am, or what I'm still focusing towards, and I like that about Seth. So, interested in seeing if there's a lot more people talking about this show maybe after 2 seasons are out, and we have a pretty good understanding of where the show is going, because me being lucky enough to have even a community to talk to about this stuff, they told me that, there's is a lot of stuff to go through, and we're not even really scratching the surface when we got to the end of season 1. So, information like that makes me truly, truly happy and gives me hope for this show in the case of getting multiple upon multiple seasons if we can. So, with all that being said, I hope you have an amazing day, night, evening, whatever the case may be. I'm your boy, the Anime J, and I will definitely talk to you guys in the next one. So with all that being said, I apologize for so much content, but I gotta do it sooner or later, and you're gonna catch it sooner or later. Well, with all that being said, I'll probably be dropping Basketball and Seven Deadly Sins later if the subtitles get better for Seven Deadly Sins. So look forward for that if you are subscribed here, and I'll talk to you later. Peace.